It's not fair. And no one ever said it was, and it probably never will be. I live in a world where justice is just a word inside a courtroom. And my mother always said that I should be a lawyer, but I feel more like a defendant who has just been proven guilty. You don't have to be behind bars to feel like you're a prisoner. And all I've ever wanted was a freedom that most can't understand, because I'm a right-brained person trapped in a world where we're forced to be realistic. The only success they consider worthy is illogical, and my GPA never got a second look from places that would make my parents proud. And I was never good with numbers, but my mind is full of words that I find power in on paper, but speaking aloud, let alone for an audience, impresses no one if your voice shakes. I always hated presenting for confident in anything I've never been, and for some reason I forget how to function when it's just me at the front of the room. When the air is draped in a silence that is interrupted only by the unavoidable contact my eyes have made, I am painfully aware that everyone is watching me. And suddenly all that's keeping my legs from giving out is the ungodly amount of trust I put into leaning against the board. I had committed everything I wanted to say to memory, but the second I left my chair, my point, power, and purpose evaporated. The saliva in my mouth did the same, leaving my throat so dry I'm afraid I couldn't talk even if I did know what to say. And just when I thought I couldn't make myself any more vulnerable, I started spitting out apologies for mistakes I hadn't even made yet. My tongue twisting in knots the way my stomach does when I see you, and nervous couldn't begin to accurately describe the way I feel, so I choke out my words through a performance, making a point nowhere close to where I was aiming, and wrap my chair around me so no one could see me cry. And whoever does may think that I am weak, but I can't help but crumble when failure and my passion grow close. I love so deeply to write because the paper never seemed uninterested in what I had to say. It's always wore my words so proudly, and permanent ink had spelled out everything I felt but never could explain. And it's just me and the pen exploring the depths of my mind, and I find a piece of myself every time I write. It's such an accurate word to describe its definition, because poetry is something impossible to get wrong.